Good afternoon, John Verlin once again with On-Demand Advertising Solutions, another digital marketing update. This is our 90th podcast. And when I started this a year and a half ago, I didn't anticipate the feedback. You just don't know. You kind of put it out there, see what happens. But I've been really pleased. I thank everyone for, emailing me with questions, comments, things like that. Particularly the gentleman, I think it was a gentleman in Japan who, in Japanese, after I got the translation, basically was saying, "Why don't you just shut up and talk, or tell us what the strategy is, or whatever." So anyway, but I've enjoyed it, and hope you have too, and hope you've gotten something from it, and hope you're able to share it with people to be able to check out the podcast and listen to them whenever you want to. Did get another email a couple of weeks ago from a lady named Lori in Olathe, Kansas. And let's see, says, I listened to your podcast, intrigued with your strategy of creative content and promotion. However, everyone says they have a winning strategy. How do I know yours works, et cetera, et cetera? Great question, Lori. Then that's what we're all kind of asking ourselves. How do we know what works? Obviously, and this goes back to my earlier radio advertising days years ago, you would have advertisers, clients we had, that did not want me to tell anybody what they were doing. They had the secret. And of course, the reason is they spent a lot of money finding out that secret. It evolved. They relied on me as a radio sales media person, and later into the digital marketing side, to help them come up with a strategy. And of course, on my side of the fence, I'm seeing these things happening all over the place and giving them ideas. Because we're seeing car dealers, plumbing and heating businesses, lawyers, tax account, everybody trying different things, and we see what does and doesn't work. So when I began this consulting practice, year and a half ago, I kind of wanted to put together the best of that cuts to the quick in an affordable manner, okay? And that's what I'm trying to do here. And so today I want to talk a little bit about, how can I be found, how basically can I be found online in a cost-effective manner? And that's what everybody wants to know, because all other advertising reinforces that. And today, particularly, the challenge for any small business is standing out from your competition. And finding that secret is so hard with so many options. And there's a number of marketing techniques over the years that marketing firms have used with varying degrees of success. Again, it comes down to what your commitment is and your budget and that sort of thing. Whether you're using search engine optimization or direct mail or email marketing or banner and display ads, digital ads, they all play a role, but they can get pretty expensive pretty quick. And of course, this is in addition to what you might be doing with TV, print, radio, or other traditional methods of advertising. So at some point, everybody who owns a business says, is there a cost-effective way to be found online with a proven strategy? And thankfully, the answer is yes. And that's what I've tried to do with these podcasts, to explain and break down the strategy I've put together that I think will work for you in a very cost-effective manner. And usually, it happens after the client has spent a lot of money elsewhere, and they're searching desperately, and they see me online, and I'm going to check this out, and then I share them my ideas and techniques and things like that. So small business has a need today of instant brand identity with any new prospect. And people, if you meet them at a function locally and you're trying to get their business and trying to stand out, realize, and I think a lot of businesses are beginning to see this more and more, they're going to search for you online. They may have just met you and got your business card, but they want to know more about you. And unless you sit down for an hour presentation and give them a slide, presentation and a tape presentation, they don't know about you, and the next best thing is, guess what? Your website and online. And they're going to get research and arm themselves with that prior to contacting you to get a bid or anything else. I mean, wouldn't you do that? You need some new tires? Are you just going to drive up to the next gas station or repair shop and just order them? You're probably going to do a little search, and you're probably even going to search the reputation, the quality of the place you just met. Now, why would you do that? Well, a number of reasons. It used to be word of mouth. You'd ask your neighbor. You still may do that, but the online presence carries a ton of weight. Whether we like it or not, this is the reality. So doesn't it make sense to whatever it is you're doing, quote, with advertising, that you have a solid, credible, powerful online presence demonstrating what you do? So that helps sell them on you before they even contact you. It's a pre-sale, making you or them a warm customer. Okay? And video podcasts are a great way to create content in a video format. Can be placed on YouTube, which is a huge search engine that Google owns, just like the normal Google search engine. Other platforms, whether it's Facebook or Twitter or Vimeo or you name it now. It's rich media content. And these video podcasts highlight your expertise in a mobile-friendly manner. Prospects, in other words, can listen at will and be impressed with your offerings versus your competition. They can be driving around listening to your podcast on their phone as they're even searching for you on the map, on Google Maps. Now think about that. Think about the power that has tied into what they're looking for and wanting to find out about you and how readily available that is. And video podcasts, what I like to create, add visual elements of fun, basically. It offers your viewers and listeners a glimpse into your business. It can be pictures of your store as they're listening, and if they're watching, they can see the images, they can see you, they can see your customers, they can see the last promotion you did with people lined up outside the store, all while they're listening to your expertise. Does that make sense? It's like a mini film with you and people talking about you, selling people who are prospects, searching you before they even get there. Video podcasts, in addition, help elevate blog engagement and your followers, and that will enhance the brand perception. Again, they're learning about you and they're going to have a perception about you, and you want to help mold that. And it makes your business unique from a marketing perspective, really is, in my experience, as few businesses do today using video podcasts. Didn't Warren Buffett say something like, do what others don't? And video podcasts, not a lot of businesses are doing them. They're maybe doing some videos, which is fine. That's rich media content. But the video podcast is a niche that others aren't doing that can still offer the visual element with additional bonus of sound. Okay? And they don't have to be watching it. All right, and these can be shared, of course, just like videos or whatever, and followed and things like that. Now, probably the biggest point I want to make about all this, and anything about your advertising, and that is investing in creating this rich media content like video podcasts, animated videos. I haven't talked about that very much, but that's becoming more mainstream. Explainer videos, things like that. All of this rich media content continues to pay now and forever. As far as you're asking, is there a proven something that I can control affordably that will work? Yes. All content since 3000 BC with cavemen painting on caves in France or wherever until today is something that you create and own, and it can be linked and shared to build search listings. Now think about that. Your investment in rich media content is up there forever, just like posts on social media, which can either help get people hired or fired or whatever. That shows the impact. But if you combine all this, the social media promotion with video podcasts, with animated video or video content, you're doing a bang-up job cost effectively that can be used indefinitely, that you own. It's like you're like the Hollywood studio creating a film that you own, and you can distribute that on any channel you want. Does that make sense? Now, does that make sense, and does that show why this concept, this strategy is different than a lot of marketing firms might offer? It may be a small part of some of the other things where it's more profitable for them to do search engine optimization or a number of things. But the beauty of this strategy is not only cost effective based on what I do with clients, but it can grow your listings and rank. Look at the blog post, and you're going to see a couple of screenshots of my business name on Google. It's the first page, and you're going to see some of those video podcasts show up. Okay, they say YouTube on them. See that? That's an example. It's like 4 million listings, and that's the first page. So how do I know this works? There's the proof right there. I've got a link that you can click it on at any time to see how my name comes up and see those listings from the content, the rich media content. So does that make sense? And that can be done for your business. Now, you may say, well, okay, so once I got all that done, how am I going to get customers in? Well, you're going to support all that. That's your basis. That's your online presence. And then you will drive traffic to it through your blog, through social media, through print ads, radio ads, whatever. Because whatever that supportive advertising does to promote your name or an offer, what are they going to do? They'll probably check your website. And if it's digital, they'll click it on, which again, you can build traffic that way. So in a nutshell, that's why investing in rich media content and then using social media promotion is a affordable, cost-effective way for small businesses to get traction and to get noticed. And I've noticed in my business, when I type in, because of Google's algorithms, my business name, all the listings that come up, and the more content I consistently add, those listings will continue to pop up. So you can't lose with this, unless Google goes under and the search engine format goes under, and that could change at some point. But for right now, all of this is through those online algorithms for content. John Verlin, 12@AT&T.net is my email. Thank you for that email, Laura. Appreciate it. If you have any questions or comments, love to hear from you. And online is OnDemandAdvertisingSolutions.com is a website, and we'll talk to you again soon.